That's the studio.
Huh?
I said that's the studio. Huh?
Something like it.
I had
Still,
seen your
still got to add
mic.
to it. Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, my mic. Oh yeah,
yeah,
it's sitting sideways over here. I need to
yeah,
get my.
man. What mic are you using right now?
I ain't using. I'm not even on my mic right now. I'm on the phone. I'm just talking through my headphones. But I want it to be on my computer though.
Let's see if I can get some people in here.
Oh
Get
shit!
it,
I don't
get it,
even think
get
I
it.
named this bitch. How did I even? I thought you was able to name you. It's not.
Wish you could just send it to everybody. Just send it to whoever on.
They should let you do some shit like that. Just send it to whoever.
That's what I'm saying. They're
They should
following.
let you send it to whoever line. I ain't gonna lie, I just be hitting shit. So
sometimes,
when the
sometimes
motherfucker
I
hop
just
on here
want to
that you
go
don't want to
live.
see.
Yeah.
When the motherfucker hop on here that you don't want to see, you know, we talking about some, look at this nigga. He gonna.
Nah, it's all good. Cheers, though, man. I'm on the beer, but it's all good. I'm on the taste. Oh.
Send separately. I said failed to send. What the fuck?
Oh no, these are the things at the bottom. I'm trying to. I just sent it to some people. UFC, Facebook. See new messages to Facebook accounts.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, that's what I'm. That's what I'm talking about.
Georgia boy.
But yeah, this actually is gonna save us a video anyway, so we could kind of get into it low key.
Yeah, we good. Ain't nobody saying. Why you hit it all on the screen like this?
I know I need. Yeah, I'm trying to back it out. I'm trying to back it out. I ain't got no stand. I'm trying to back. I'm gonna back it out. Let me see.
I'm like, God damn.
Boy,
Boy,
big
your
old head
eyes,
taking up the
your
whole
eyeballs in the
screen.
motherfucking camera.
Taking up the whole screen.
First
But nah,
time in 6 years the Democrats that had the motherfucking Senate. The majority.
in Georgia.
Not just the majority, the Democrats in the Senate. That's the first time in 6 years.
Okay.
But Georgia, I think that was the first time they went Democrat in the decade.
Yeah. And honestly, man, with like we kind of talked about a minute ago, everything come to it. It's like, do you honestly think it's people out there that believe that, possibly Georgia would have been the way it is, for let's just say 10 more years? Like people honestly believe that even Texas, like
Yeah,
Texas is
they did,
liable to, you know what I mean? Like,
but they
I
did
don't
though.
know. Yeah, true, true.
That's
So
why
you
they
think
out
it's
there. That's why they out there throwing temper tantrums because they really thought they was gonna win.
yeah. Do you think that's just like poor education don't have nothing to do with it? Because we ain't learned nothing about politics in school anyways. But do you think it's just like too much watching stuff on social media? Like how could you logically think that type of stuff? Like people who honestly think right now that Donald Trump could just magically come out and win, even though, we're not gonna give him too much shine, but like people really think that this can happen and it's never happened ever in life. Like ever.
I think the people. I think them Georgia people thought them Republicans thought they was gonna win because they have been winning. What they fail to realize is when your president openly opens his mouth and talks all this shit and challenges us without challenging us, we gonna take that challenge.
Yeah.
Because I think he has a lot to do with why we went out, why Georgia and everybody really in general, why we went out to vote. I
Yeah.
think he has everything to do with. Now, a lot of people don't like to say that because they don't like to give him no credit when it comes to anything. But I'm gonna give him credit when it comes to that. Trump, he made a lot of motherfuckers who didn't give a fuck about politics into politicians.
Yeah, for real. No, for real
Think about
though.
that
No,
shit.
for real. For
He
real.
made motherfuckers. Oh,
Nah,
wow,
for
I
real.
still got the shit on my face. He made niggas into politicians who
Yeah.
didn't know shit. Niggas didn't even know that was a Democrat, Republican. All they knew is his dumb ass was on the screen talking hella shit. All his supporters, dumb as hell, couldn't give you one reason why they like him.
Yeah.
And he just pissed you off and made, you know what? I'm tired of seeing you. I don't want to see you for another 4 years. Like, who wants to deal with that for 4 more years? Nigga? Like, I ain't even gotta be I ain't even gotta be into politics or know what happens, but I just know I don't want you.
You don't want to see. Yeah. And that's a good point though. You don't necessarily. You're not saying like this like being you're not saying one way is like the perfect way or whatever, but you just know like what you seeing over there, like
I don't
I
want to be
don't
like that.
know. Yeah, I don't know.
I
I ain't
don't want to
saying
be
I know
like that.
what it yeah, I don't know what perfect is, but it ain't that. But that's crazy, man. That's definitely crazy. And I'm watching this video actually of the people
Yeah.
climbing the Capitol building. Like, what do you honestly think you gonna go to jail and like all this shit? Like,
Look, but
I don't
look,
know, bro.
look up all the celebrities who was putting in that work, getting people to go vote in Georgia. And you know Atlanta, you know Georgia.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
that's so we was talking about it on the show. How should we blame, the rap industry? Should they
Hmm.
get should they get blamed for how, stuff happens? When we talk about how the violence and all these young rappers and how they always talk about violence, I think we need to give people some credit. You know, talk about the rap industry, talk about Ti, talk about Ludacris and them, because they was pounding that pavement. They was getting people. I heard they was doing fish fries.
Yeah.
You know how we do.
Hey, black
Fry
people
some fish, fry some
love fish
chicken. We gonna
fries,
show
man.
up. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
we're gonna
We gonna
come.
show
Yeah,
up.
we're gonna come. Yeah,
So that people went out and did what they had to do, and we didn't stop in November. We still going, and we're gonna have to keep going.
yeah. And I think we need to also, keep in mind, don't play into because, like you said, I did notice, Ti, other people like that, they were throwing fish fries and get-togethers, and then Donald Trump. That's when he went after what's the dude with the purple hair, Lil Pump. Remember, he came to like one of his rallies or something, and then it was another like two rappers that magically showed up at the
Mm-hmm.
rally, and had never spoken about politics before. It's
Yeah,
like don't fall into that game, bro. Like don't fall into that game. Don't fall into that. So this shit really has showed though, we gotta go out and make our voice be heard. Like we
we
talked
got
about on
to.
the show before, you gotta go out there and make your voice be heard. And obviously we seeing the impact that our voice has. That's the other thing I was telling somebody. You seeing how mad people get over it.
This is why, and we know people. We know people who do this. People don't believe they vote matter, and I don't understand that. That's cool. That it's okay if you thought it before. Like, you're too old now. You should be too wise now to look
That's
at
the
it and
thing.
think. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it if you're 18. I don't think I
Yeah.
voted when I was 18.
Nah.
Right? So yeah, I know I didn't vote when I was 18. So
Yeah.
you gotta understand all this shit matters, man. I heard people was flying to Georgia from to make sure they supported and all this kind of stuff. So I mean, people did what they had to do, and why? You control the Senate. You control a lot of stuff, man. We got to get some bills passed.
Yeah.
We got we got stuff that they got work to do still. Democrats got work to do. Democrats
Yeah.
still got work to do.
And
Oh no,
honestly,
yeah.
no, go ahead.
Now I was just gonna say, when it comes to everything that's going on right now, we definitely got to make sure. And I see a lot of people talking about this. How is it going to be on Inauguration Day? They just
It's
not
gonna be
trying to
weird.
confirm the electoral college vote that everybody know who
Yeah,
won, and they
yeah.
storming and trying to stop that from going on. Like, what do you expect to happen on Inauguration Day?
I'm
Will
not gonna
Trump
lie.
will Trump call his dogs off? That's what I want to know from you,
But okay, so
because he can shut all that down. They
he
doing
can
it for
he
him.
he can shut it down. But here's the thing: once they once it's his time to come out, that's when they get the military involved because it's like you not the president anymore. So at this point, you like trespassing, like somebody, you know what I mean, in a house, like without a doubt, he can 100% call his troops off and tell these people, look, I lost. It was a great 4 years, blah, 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 blah. We'll try it the next time, or I'm training this guy. Like, people should, me personally, that just show what type of person that dude really is, to be like a sore loser. You know what I'm saying? Like, this remind me of, like, you know, you get in a fight or you playing basketball and the biggest nigga there gotta just like big arm somebody or something. Like, bro, like, we just playing basketball, bro. Like, what are you doing, bro?
You think
Not
Trump?
LA.
You think Trump? Look, so I've been reading. So there were supposed to be Republican senates that was gonna tonight. That was supposed to be like, look, I object to the vote or whatever. They object to the votes. They changed their mind after this whole attack of the Capitol. They changed their. I'm talking about like this. This is on. You can look this up. There was a few senators who planned on opposing it, who ended up changing their mind because even they didn't agree. Like, who wants to tag their name to a bunch of idiots who stormed because they lost the vote, because they think the vote was a scam and there's no evidence of it. Like, don't nobody want to tag their name to that. So you got people, even Trump is losing Republican supporters.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna end up. I don't know. He's so eager.
Let me hear it, bro. You think he gonna what?
I'm tired of talking about that man already.
You know what? You never lie.
But
But it's funny. It's low key funny, but it's not funny because of the sensitivity going on around it. But I'm reading that it was actually police officers that were beat or like hit in the head with those blue like police flags, the same flags that people was running to when George Floyd died, and if we defend our cops and all this other stuff. Now y'all beating the cops with them same flags, for homeboy, and it's like that just to me that just showed like a follower mentality, bro. Like, number one, I do not. Man, I don't know. I've kind of set myself up, I guess, to be a leader, and I don't think I could follow something like that, honestly.
What's crazy about this is you still look around and you still see wrong shit happening. So I don't know if you got up to speed on. You remember the Jacob Blake shooting? Jacob Blake was the dude who they shot him like 8 times in his back and side. He paralyzed right now. He alive, but they shot him 6, 7, 8 times in his back and side. He was going to his car. He was going inside his car. The officer pulled him, shot him. Apparently, the law says you can do that, right? All he has to do is say he fears for his life. That's all he has to say. He fears for his life. He can do that. Dude had like a pocket knife or a blade or something. He had something in his hand. There's a little story about it. He had it in his hand. They tased him. He dropped it. He picked it back up. He was going inside his car. The police thought that meant that they were in danger. They used that as a reason to pull him, shoot him. He's paralyzed now. He was acquitted. There was no charges to him. All right. We got what's the lady name? Miss Brown. Breonna Taylor. Breonna Taylor.
Breonna Taylor, yeah.
Breonna Taylor shooting. Come on, man. There's so much stuff going on. They shoot up in this man. They shoot up in these people's house. They beat down they don't really say nothing, shoot down like and then they don't even get charged for it. Like,
yeah.
This stuff gotta change, man.
What you think we could do as like we younger brothers that I feel like we know, obviously, like we talked about, we know both sides of the story, you know what I'm saying? Because we have family that grew up, on one side, and we kind of went to the suburbs, whatever. What you think we could do to, like, I guess, kind of like help the people? Like, obviously, this is recorded, so like, what can we put out there to people to, like, you know what I'm saying, look in a better direction, I guess? Like,
people like the people who don't believe in good. Like, them people, like,
yeah.
I think we gotta keep doing what we do. I think good people gotta keep doing what they do, because over time, change is always gonna come, right? Change is gonna come. Change is gonna it's inevitable. Like, it's gonna come. Martin Luther King said this decades ago. Change is gonna come. It's coming slow as shit, but it's coming. And Georgia tells you that, right? So It's coming. I feel like good people just got to keep doing good and let the idiots do what they do. Because eventually they're going to get tired of being idiots. Like, you can't tell me the motherfuckers who was doing all that. There was a video of some, there was this one chick crying. I shared it on our page. She was crying because she went in there, they pushed her ass out. She was crying.
Because they cussed her out?
She was scared. Like, I don't know. No, she was scared. They pushed her. Like, she was just like, but you weren't supposed to be there. Like, that wasn't what you were supposed to do. Like, y'all weren't even supposed to be there. That's not what y'all protesting. You weren't getting beat.
Yeah, that's true.
You weren't getting. Yeah. You're not getting treated unfair. Like, what were they even protesting, bro? They was literally trying to force something. They should have been arrested. So they wake up today.
If it was us,
think about it. They wake up today, nothing changes. Everybody laughing at you. What you think they gonna keep doing this? As the world continues to progress, people like that gonna stay in their hole. Yeah. They're gonna do whatever the Proud Boys do, the Proud Girls, the KKK, all these idiots who think everybody against them when ain't nobody really worried about that. You let
That's
them
the
do
thing
you.
too, though. That's the thing too. People swear somebody like, they just don't want such and such to happen, or they're trying to stop this. Like, really, nobody really worried about you. We got too much other stuff on the table to be worried about all that dumb stuff, to be honest. So, and look, it's no way you didn't climb. I even say this. These same people didn't protest when Obama got elected. So I really feel like it's all fake and it's all just in people's mind. Because if you was really racist, think about it, bro. Why wouldn't you protest with a black president if you racist? Think about it. A black man was in office, but nobody did all this stuff, right? Nobody did all this other stuff.
Are you saying that a little bit of some of this is about, look, I ain't got nothing else to do. Let me just join. I ain't really doing a whole lot, but give me something to do. Give me something to do.
Give me something to do. And also people just following in the tracks of their neighbors because they don't want to be on the other side per se. Like, well, then I'll lose that contract, or I might lose this job. I might lose this opportunity. So I would just.
That's a good thing you brought up there, because that's going to bring up this question.
Yeah.
What should people do who are affiliated, who associate themselves with Trump supporters, who still support Trump?
Yeah, like what should you do as a friend, like of that person? I guess, right?
I'm friend with Jane Doe. Jane Doe is openly a Trump supporter. What should that? What do you think people? How do you feel about that? How do you feel about being friends with a Trump supporter?
I would have to first ask. Some lady got shot actually at the Capitol building. I just seen that. That's crazy, bro. It's not that serious. But back to the question. Honestly, bro, I would say, of course, we do live in a country where everybody free to have their own religion, whatever, blah 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 blah, all that other good stuff. But I would honestly ask deep down, why do you support that person? And if I feel like your reason is let's just call it what it is, you following the next person, because that's how a lot of these people are right now. They just follow. We just said it. They follow the next person. I'm gonna have to distance myself. I'm not friends with people right now. You can't. I mean, because you can't argue.
You can't say you can't debate it. You can't bring up policies. You can't bring up laws that he's done.
Right.
None of that shit even matters, bro. I don't care if he put the best laws in the world. You do not support people like that. You just don't.
Yeah.
You just don't. You don't support, everything that happened today, he could have avoided.
Right. By just simply saying, I lost. Simply saying, I lost.
It was an honest election. I lost. Instead of coming with all these allegations and stuff with no proof. They went to court with this. It's not like he just talking and they didn't. They went to court for this. It was found to be nothing true. Yeah. And you still trying.
You still trying. Even at that, bro, we went through the whole, it was fake, the votes weren't counted and da-da-da. They literally just counted them all yesterday. It started the other day. I put it on the page as well. It started with the actual Georgia officials coming out saying, "Look, on TV, all he was like this."
Mm.
All the stuff you have heard about the election being rigged, blah blah blah, it gave exact reasons on all of them because it was floating around the internet that you see a lady get up from her table or something that was counting votes or whatnot. She came back with a full new stack of papers or something, so she didn't even count these. So like it was people saying all this stuff, and he literally was like, "No, she only got up because she went to the bathroom. We have her on camera going to the bathroom. She came back, grabbed an extra stack to count more. They were not like,
Like, why did they think that wasn't possible? What did you think
like,
she
come
went to the
on,
restroom
bro.
to shred the papers? Like,
Come on, bro.
what?
Come on, man. Like, but
They was
see,
gonna find anything. Them people was
it's
gonna
a lot
find
of
anything.
conspiracy. I think with us being home, bro, it's a lot of conspiracy, theories and stuff that are more fed into right now.
I wonder if I actually want to ask this because this is gonna be recorded. We're gonna post this shit somewhere. I
Yeah, this is
want to
gonna be on
know.
the
We can put this on
IGTV.
YouTube.
Yeah.
I want to know if Trump keeps his mouth quiet for the last year, does he win this election? If he's out of sight, out of mind, let other people kind of talk for him. Does
Yeah.
he win this election?
Man, I'm honestly gonna say he might
I
have
think he might
won.
have
I'm not
won.
gonna lie, he might have won. I'm not gonna we might have to agree on this one. He might have won, bro. He might have
Dude
won.
pissed so many people off when COVID hit and he decided to roll himself in front of the podium every day talking nonsense. That was
Mhm.
pissing people off. Then the election came. He talking. That's pissed. So I felt like the more he pissed people off, the more he was just he was digging his way out of there. He was packing his own boxes.
Yeah.
Dude
Yeah.
was packing his
Nah,
own
you
boxes.
right on that one, bro. I'm not gonna lie. If he actually, you're right. If he may have would have just been quiet, kind of let things play out, uh, he may have had another turn. But that's neither here nor there. When you have the chance to actually stop turmoil, like you have the choice right now,
Mhm.
you clearly see what's going on. CNN is your favorite. You know what's going on. You getting a text on your phone, and you not saying to stop. You not calling off your dogs or your
I
Antifas or
think he
whoever.
may have tweeted. I think he may have tweeted when it was all going on today. He may
Hmm.
have said, I don't think he said what everybody wanted him to say, but he didn't encourage it when it was
Yeah,
going on. I think he was telling people to go. I think he was telling people to stop in a way. I think I need to look up the tweet again.
but not like flat
He,
out stop.
not like flat out, nah.
Yeah, not like
No.
all right, guys, stop. Like we
He
get
still
it,
ain't
stop.
he still ain't denounced like he still got these groups out here, these terrorist groups out here like Proud Boys. He won't even denounce them. Like he still like he letting all that stuff slide, man. He just gotta go. And he gonna be gone. He gonna be out of there. Ain't nobody gonna have to worry about him no more. He trying to act like he wanna be president when everybody know this is a money grab. He was just trying to make sure he got his money right. He was trying to make sure that he got his popularity up. When he leave the office, he gonna still make money. And he
His
gotta
business
act
is
like
gonna grow more.
he gotta act like he really trying to. That dude don't. I don't even think he want to be the president for the next 4 years, unless it's keeping him out of jail. I mean, if it's keeping him out of jail, maybe that's what it is. Because the dude probably owe millions
That
of dollars in taxes. But
right. That and meeting new people from different countries, so he can put a Trump Tower there or whatever. Like it's all business, like we've
exactly,
been talking about. He just
exactly.
making them connections now, so when he out the office, like, hey,
Oh,
like,
best believe some of these laws and bills that he done pass is going to benefit his ass in the future. Like,
yeah.
best believe that. But I guess that's the power of being a president. You got to deal with that no more.
Let's
You ain't got to deal with that no more.
we don't, man. And when did they swear in Biden again? When did they swear him in?
The 20th, I believe, January
The
20th.
20th, right. Right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be a weird day, bro. Today already felt weird. And we all
It'll
gotta
be a
give him no more
celebration.
attention. But yeah.
It's gonna be a
Now that we
celebration,
in
man.
2021, though, like what's some New Year's I guess
Playoffs about to start.
not like personal. Yeah, playoffs definitely getting
Playoffs about the
riled up.
NFL about to start.
What's some predictions you got? I got Kansas City versus the Packers. Who you got out of that one?
I like that. I like Kansas City Packers in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Oh, you think that's gonna be the Super Bowl?
Shoot, Kansas City, AFC, Packers in the NFC. You talking Super Bowl, ain't you?
Yeah.
They ain't gonna see each other in the
Yeah.
playoffs. Unless who you going for? Kansas City in the AFC. Who you going for in the NFC? Tampa Bay, Packers.
I don't see it in Tampa Bay, bro. Honestly, I ain't gonna lie.
New
I don't
Orleans,
see it. I would pick Green Bay,
Seattle.
New Orleans, Seattle in that order.
I like Green Bay. I think it's only right that Patrick Mahomes and Aaron Rodgers go against each other. And it's only right before we see that Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady go against each other in the NFC Championship game. And then we see the Super. Like, it's only right that those matchups happen. It should be Patrick Mahomes versus Lamar Jackson in the AFC. In the NFC, Aaron Rodgers. It would be like Aaron Rodgers versus either Drew Brees or Tom Brady. I'm going to say Tom Brady because I feel like Tom Brady's a little bit better than Drew Brees. He'll probably have a better matchup. And then in the Super Bowl, we right. You're going to have two guys. Anytime you have two great quarterbacks going against each other, you good. It's always going to be entertaining.
Yeah. Man, I'm not going to lie, though, bro. I hate to say it, man. Tennessee, they're number 4 seed right now. You know, they ain't out division.
You just like that running back.
I do like that running back. In all honesty, I'm not going to lie. I mess with that running back, bro. I wish we had a running back like that. I'm not going to lie to you.
Everybody wants Derrick Henry.
Yeah, everybody wants him. But
they were sleeping on him after year 1.
He tough to stop, bro.
And that dude's faster than you think, man. I still don't think he's as tough running against, linemen and linebackers as he is when he be stiff arming these little DBs. But it's amazing how big he is, but he still be running away from people. That shit crazy.
He can move.
How you 6'5"?
Still running a 4.3.
Dude is LeBron out there. But he big.
LeBron said he if he wasn't in the NBA, he would be playing football.
He's too tall, man. He's too tall.
I said the same thing.
He's too tall.
But think about the lob to LeBron, bro.
He would have had to play tight end or DN, right? And to be honest with you, he probably could have rolled that off because back in a few years ago, wasn't he about 260?
He was.
So 6'8", 6'9", 260. That's enough weight to play DN or tight end for sure.
Yeah.
Nah, he ain't strong enough. Duh. He ain't gonna be strong enough, but he probably could have went out there and moused a couple people. I would have split his ass outright.
Yeah.
He ain't blocking nobody. He's just going out there running routes. Go jump.
How you feel about Tom Brady with the Buccaneers? You think the Buccaneers got it in them?
I don't believe it.
You don't see it. I'm just looking at the rundown. What about New Orleans? Not gonna last.
I don't believe in it. I feel like as far as the NFC, the Packers got the best. The Packers is the better team. They more complete, man. The Tampa Bay ain't got no defense. For the most part, they suspect. Aaron Rodgers, if you put some heat on him, not Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, if you put some heat on him, he'll hold another player.
Yeah. Wait. So you saying he might not be as great as he is if you just get a little
Oh, I've been saying that. I'm one of those people who believe Belichick deserved more credit when he was with the Patriots.
Did Tom Brady?
Yeah. Belichick kept all that together. I'm
not gonna lie. Think about this.
I ain't talking about no 80-20. I'm talking like 60.
No, well, yeah. No, I know what you mean. You just said they just sway a little bit better in Belichick favor than Tom Brady.
I think
Tampa Bay end up going farther, that might. I don't know.
Tampa Bay got a squad, man. You know Mike Evans.
On the low.
Don't you know Mike Evans? Or you know somebody who knows Mike Evans?
I used to be in cahoots. Yeah,
okay, so Mike Evans, we know what he do. They got Antonio Brown. We know what he can do. They got Goodwin, who may be Tom Brady's favorite receiver. They got Gronkowski. They got weapons, man.
Bro, they got a squad.
This whole 40 touchdown at 43, nigga, like he had 3 Hall of Famers on the team. He's supposed to go in there and do what he's supposed to do. Why did y'all think he was going to take? You thought he was going to get horrible? Like, you thought he was going to get, no.
He was going to get worse? They picked him up for a reason. Yeah. What about, I ain't going to lie, man. This team, they surprised me, honestly. The Bills, I ain't expect them to be 13-3, bro. I ain't seen it.
It's Josh Allen.
Yeah,
That's Josh. Oh,
the
yeah,
Bills didn't surprise me. I ain't gonna lie.
that's Josh Allen for you. So there was an
Yeah.
interesting topic that came up that was brought to my attention not too long about a couple of days ago.
Mhm.
Toxic relationships.
Mhm.
There was somebody on something talking about toxic relationship. This one chick was saying the relationship which she was in before that it's not like the dude was just some nice guy. It wasn't there was no drama and it wasn't exciting for her. She's saying a toxic relationship is more exciting. What do you feel about that? A toxic relationship is more exciting. What do you feel about that? Do you find yourself feeling like have you ever found yourself feeling more bored in a relationship where everything was kind of going good?
I'm not gonna lie, man. This might be far fetched, but when I hear that, like a toxic relationship is more fun, I just think that person may like more drama in their life. Like they just, I have some people that just like that little
Is there
extra
any
little
truth to it?
razz. They
Is there
just
any
like the
truth to
little,
it?
but that's that Me, I think I'm more of a chill person. Like I just, I'm a more chill, kind of laid back dude. So I would say really commotion and just kind of bickering or arguing or just that little petty
That's the
toxic stuff
blend,
that
Marie.
people
That's the
do.
blend mode. That's the blend mode.
That's the old. That them days is over. Days
That's
is
the
over,
blend mode.
bro.
We used to go,
Days over, bro. I can't do it no more because honestly, think about it. We at the age now where it's like, for what, bro? For what?
we used to pick fights.
100%.
I think when we were immature,
100%.
we used to pick fight. Men used to pick we used to pick fights at a young age to see how mad we can get somebody and see if they'll take us back. Some bullshit like man was
100%.
stupid. Like yeah. We
Yeah,
immaturity.
100%. But
But at
like
this
now,
age,
it's like,
nah.
bro,
At this age, it's kind of like, why do you want to
what?
argue?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Exactly. It's
You
just
don't want
like,
to argue.
I don't
You don't
know.
want to argue. That dish that was put in there the wrong way didn't really make that didn't piss you off. It's too much going on. We just went to work.
Come on.
It's too much going on.
You just walked in the house and the only
Yeah.
thing you noticed was that dish?
When you a teenager, you got freedom on your hands.
Yeah.
You ain't got a whole lot going on. No
Yeah.
bills. No responsibilities for the most part.
So that's why I'm saying right now, bro, if you saying a toxic relationship is gonna keep some fire going,
I
people we at the age where it's like,
I think I think
I
there's a
don't
lot of
know.
people who like that, and
Yeah.
I think people like toxic relationships, and that doesn't mean you're getting cheated on now, right? So
No, yeah, I
having a
understand.
toxic, being in liking a toxic relationship, don't necessarily mean you being cheated on or anything like that. It's just, I guess what she was saying was, is in a steady, I guess in a relationship where there's not a whole lot going on. I guess she was saying she feel bored. I don't necessarily know. I don't know. I don't think I want my girl to have that thought. I don't think I want her to think like that. I
No,
don't think I
bro.
want her to think like that.
Any girl that's thinking our relationship has to be a little toxic just so we can have, some fun.
Just so we can make up.
Like, why exactly are we being toxic? So we can just like come back together and just like, I guess the bond would be stronger, but like, nah, man, we're not at the age. We're not at the age.
So you ain't a proponent you ain't a proponent of the toxic relationship.
I think people honestly that are toxic are really just bored. You know what I'm saying? Like if you being petty to your boyfriend or your girlfriend, you need to find something to do, bro. You just bored. Like you sitting there trying to pick a fight with me. You trying to like you mad about this little dish I left in the sink. I left the toilet seat up. Like,
Talk
bro,
about that.
the toilet
Yeah.
seat
People had
that really
arguments
make
about that,
girls
man.
mad,
Big
bro.
fights about that.
That really make girls mad about leaving it. Okay, I guess when
Now,
school
do they
up.
have a point? Now, are you talking mad like it happens one time? Hey, like why did you do that? Talk about it, and they move on. But if it happens again, man, or are you saying that one time it happens? Because if it
I'm
happens
saying
10 times, you may need to get that nigga out of there.
like
I'm just saying,
wait.
dude.
For clarity, so if it's happening 10 times, they're not being toxic. They just don't want to change. Pretty much is what you saying. Like You leaving it up pretty much. Just leave it up.
I mean, that ain't hurt nobody. Why you gonna just put the seat down?
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Why you gonna argue over some shit like that? You being petty. Like I think men or women who choose to be mad over little stuff like that should just walk to their partner and say, look, obviously these things are bothering me because apparently I don't want to be in this relationship.
Yeah.
Because I know for a fact if you ask that I know for a fact if you really like the love and like that person that you're on the side with, little shit like that ain't gonna mean nothing. You rock with it. Oh, underwear on the floor, let me pick that up. Oh, she ain't put the, the dishes weren't put in there the right way. Let me go ahead and fix that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
if it's little, you can just
little
fix
shit
it.
like that. You because you don't want to argue, you don't want to bitch at them, you don't know all that stuff. You just want things to be smooth sailing, things like that. Now that don't mean I'm just saying little stuff like that. You don't really complain about if you trying to make it work. I believe if you trying to make it work. Now if you trying to start a fight, you got a different agenda. If you trying to start a fight, you got a different agenda.
Was the person that asked you that question, were they in a relationship? I'm just curious. I'm not putting any judgment on.
No, that was it was on a podcast.
Oh, okay.
That topic was on a podcast. I saw that on the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ashley
sent that to me. Ashley said that would be a good topic.
What podcast was that?
I don't even remember.
That's why I was asking the other day, like, what podcasts are like similar? Yeah, because I seen one, man. I follow like All Deaf Digital. That's a black podcast or a TV show I watch, whatever. They be talking about different stuff. Like somebody on there said the movie Friday really not that funny. What? Everybody like, what? Like, bro, who said that? Couple dudes on there. They just be talking about different stuff, anyways. But yeah, man, that's crazy. So with 2021 getting kicked off, man, like what's some of your, like, not to get personal or anything, like what's some goals for the channel actually? Let's set goals right now. Because this is going on YouTube. I am recording it on my phone and I am putting this on our YouTube channel.
More collaborations, man. We're gonna get some more collaborations going on. We're gonna get collab with some more podcasts. Keep pushing positive things. We need to hit these streets. We need to get out there, help people do things, put our faces out there more. More socializing. Something we want to do, put more content out there and stuff like that. Just focus more on it. Get some merchandise out there, some t-shirts, shit like that, so just expanding the platform. That's all.
And believe it or not, for the people that's watching this whenever, because like I said, we're gonna upload this, but we barely a year. We're not even a year. We only have a small little audience of about 25 people. We do read the statistics, that we have on our apps or whatnot, and we have a small little group. But the thing is, we started this like with this the same notebook we had. We on the same phones that we had. That's what I'm saying, bro. So like, for the people who like, man, oh man, like I had a dude like, man, I want to get you. You got a podcast? Like, bro, I want to get you on the show because, man, I just want to interview people and just like ask them, questions, stuff, blah blah blah. He told me this last year in July.
Yeah.
Asked me if he's had a first episode. We on episode 33 right now. I'm just saying.
Shit, we done had a lot of shit. I don't know how many we done had. It's 33.
We on 33 episodes, bro. We up to 33 episodes, not even a year in, with an audience that we have. I'm just so great. I'm like, I guess I'm trying to deplore like being grateful, like, dang, bro, because we started this. We downloaded the app.
It's about being committed, man. You see your boy, people. I think Gary Vee posted something like this today, talking about all this planning and all this stuff. Just go do it. That's what we did. Thought about the name, found the app, launched our first. You know what I'm saying? Like,
all right, like, hey, we got mics.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, we got mics. All right.
The people who gonna rock with us gonna rock with us. If they don't, they not. Like, there's 1,000 podcasts. There's a million podcasts out there. We understand everybody ain't gonna rock with us, but gotta keep doing what we do though. Keep doing what we do. We're gonna get some more video out there.
Yeah,
Get some
and
more
this is
video out
this
there.
is perfect. Actually, we might have to emulate this a little bit more, or just do
I
like
think
a
we should. I
another.
see a lot of people putting their lives on like YouTube and shit. We need to
I'm
do
putting it
that.
on there, bro. Soon
This
as
is impromptu, you know. We just got off work. We got into the Georgia stuff that's going on. I knew everything was happening today, but I did not know it was turning up like that. So we definitely had to get on here and talk
nah,
about that and celebrate this dub and talk about January 20th and all this kind of stuff because this was big stuff. But definitely no, we're gonna do some more video and we're gonna have to do some more video and have some shows out there because I think there's a lot of topics that people want to touch on that we've been hitting on these podcasts. We
that's
getting
what I'm
them, you
saying.
know, it's a lot of
We've
stuff. We
been
getting them
getting it like
DMs.
that.
It's a lot of
Yeah,
people who want a message. Who I get people on Snapchat that message me after I post something. I
yeah,
get people on Twitter every once in a while who message me. So people want to touch in on these topics. So we're gonna get some video out there. We're gonna get some people. You know,
yeah,
COVID slowed it down a little bit, but we're gonna get back on board, man. It's all about good conversation and just being real. That's all people
yeah.
want to hear. They want to be real. They want to hear real talk. Something to take away from their normal life. You
True.
know.
And actually, my freaking screen recording just stopped. But how much time we got? You know,
I don't know. I don't even know where to look. Oh, it's at 38 minutes. It's at 38
3
minutes.
minutes
We can
left.
wrap up. Yeah, we can wrap up any time.
But nah,
It's another topic you want to touch on before we do.
I got a little book right here. I'm gonna
Yeah.
see. Man, one thing since I asked you about the goals, one thing I'm not gonna lie, I do want to implement on the
Yeah.
channel more in 2021. And talking about mental health, I brought it up. This is in the book. I brought it up before, but like I'm gonna try to get little news articles and stuff like that together to kind of push out to people because I feel like me personally, I've dealt with mental health, and like I know people in my family that low key struggle with it, but they don't know they struggle with it because they just think, you know, they're doing what their mom did, or everybody just in the loop
That's true.
of like what's going on. But I think mental health, honestly, in the Black community should really be discussed because just think about it. Even if you think about way back in our bloodline of being a slave, bro,
Yeah.
like that's passed down to us. That's traumatic in our minds, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
There's a lot of
I
stuff
think,
that goes. You
yeah,
believe
I
in
think it's
therapy?
something. So I didn't at first. I did not at first. Charlemagne the God has been the biggest advocate on speaking about therapy and stuff like that. I'm looking more into it, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Why do you think people shy away from therapy?
Because they just think it's like people crying in a room, listening to their problems, kind of just they don't
They
think
don't
it's
think
gonna
people
work.
gonna help. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they
It's
don't
gonna
think
work.
like, what could you help me with? You don't even know my family, blah 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 blah. But in reality, I think the punchline to a therapist is low key just telling you everybody got their own stuff that they're dealing with. Low key, like you beating yourself up, but in reality, somebody else has something way worse that they're dealing with. You know what I mean?
I believe that. I think it's a lot to do with people don't believe that shit. I'm not about to go pay you to
Or
go
true,
talk.
or true.
I'm not about to pay you to. Or maybe that's me. I'm not about to pay you to go talk. I
Yeah,
do believe that. I
yeah,
do believe that. I do believe. I've said this not like, but I don't think I'm a proponent of therapy. I don't think if I
yeah.
needed it, I don't think if somebody said I needed therapy, I would go. Not if it's something like what somebody says, and so I get everything you're saying because I know there's people who think like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those things where, and I guess where I'm coming from, I feel like if I have an issue, I don't know how me talking to you is gonna break. How is that gonna fix my issue? But obviously it works. It's a damn profession. Like people get paid for it. It's a
A
real like
lot.
I think insurance pays for it. Like it's a
Yeah,
real thing. And there's
it's a
different kind
real
of
thing.
therapists, right? There's different therapists out there, sex therapists and all
Mm-hmm.
kind of therapists out there. But I don't know. I always thought it was like, so I talk to you, go through this issue. It could take a day, it could take months, and then all of a sudden I'm gonna be better now. That is it's a little fishy to me, but people study for that stuff though. Like my wife went to school for it. She said I got problems. that I need to go see the therapist about. So,
But honestly, it's not saying. I think people take it like they said, trying to say like, oh, I'm a bad person. Like, why I need therapy? It's just some stuff you really need to get out. And when somebody else hear it and they like, okay, I know how the mind work or whatever it is. Like, I know how this type of stuff works. They can really like the therapist could literally hear your whole spiel for like an hour. Just be like, you know what, Donovan? Honestly, I respect everything you said. Love it, whatever. You just a negative person. And you be like, I'm negative. Like, yeah, it's okay.
But motherfucker, okay. You knew you was negative. You knew that. And somebody that told you that shit before, you just didn't want to believe it because you weren't paying them $300. Like, you knew you was negative. You knew you was a negative motherfucker when every night of the week you come home just mad for no reason. You know you negative. Or every time somebody hits you up, you negative. Like something, you know you was negative. Ain't nobody had to.
Look, Matt says these days everybody needs therapy. Look at the world. So I'm saying, bro, if you honestly told us right now, Matt went to school with us, me, you, if you would have told us in high school we would be dealing with
everybody needs therapy. Okay.
The stuff we dealing with right now, you'd be like, nah, it's no way, bro.
I just want to know what is when you say that everybody needs therapy. Okay. Well, it sounds like a broad thing to say. I don't know. Like, what does that mean?
No, go ahead.
Like, you need therapy because we're not perfect? Well, we never going to be perfect. Therapy ain't going to make nobody perfect either. So when you say everybody needs perfect, I do want to know what that means. But I'm not going to say that there's not a place for therapy, though. I ain't going to disrespect it. I ain't going to disrespect the profession like that. I just don't see. I don't know how I would see myself going and thinking it's going to change me. Like, but then again, I may not have certain issues either. So I don't know. I really don't know because I do know of course, there's people out there who have mental problems and things like that and all kind of stuff going on. So they may need some other stuff. They may need some help. They may need somebody to talk to. I'm one of those people where I feel like I can play the role of a therapist today. I think I know how to let somebody come in my office, let them talk, not be too judgmental, hear them out, give my opinion, and get the fuck out of my office, give me my money, and bring the next person in. I feel like I can do some of that to a certain extent. Sorry, I do.
This might be the line right here.
This may be. We got some podcasts out there who act like therapists. Let's be honest.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we got some podcasts out there who call 1-800 get a man. You got people out there acting like they know how to teach a woman how to get a man and all. We got some therapists out there who think they know what they talk about.
Have not a clue.
Everybody ain't talking about shit. They ain't talking about it. Everybody, people know what to do to get a man. People know what to do to get a woman. Stop it.
Yeah. So you said it's black and white people. Stop making it so hard and trying to be so extra. It's not that hard. People, it's black and white.
It's not that hard. Women out there talking about there ain't no good man out there. You know why? You know why you ain't got a good man. Women out there saying, men out there saying ain't no good women. You know why?
Yeah.
It's something. You know
you're still doing something to kind of sway.
Right, you still looking in the strip club, or you still looking at in these different spots, or you still think that you can date somebody and still be dating 15 other people for the first month. Like, come on, like it's always why. So.
But see, and I guess that's where the therapy come in because they just need that extra person to have no idea who they are. I guess, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
some people need that neutral party.
Like, it ain't your brother, it ain't somebody down the line. It's just a random person telling you, like, look, you really need to stop going to the club. Then you turn around and pay $50 for it. You pay $50.
Man, we can talk about family. Like, I know I probably got issues with some of my family members. I know I do. Yeah. I don't need to go to a therapist to talk. I don't know what the fuck the problem is.
But hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. That's the perfect like you just wrapped up everything that you texted me the other day about.
Yeah.
It's no point in me coming on here and saying.
Do you think you need a therapist to deal with your family issues? If you have any family issues, do you think you need a therapist?
To deal with my immediate family, yes.
For you?
But even then, But even then, I feel like the other part of my family wouldn't receive it. So like it's like I do need the therapist, but if I took, let's just say like I had a group session, like, hey y'all, I got dinner, food, everything, everybody just come over. By the way, it's just gonna be a therapist, like just sit at the table with us, just like hearing us talk, just like breaking everything down, whatever.
Yeah.
I also feel that the therapist could tell my family something per se, like, maybe you shouldn't do this, or this, or try and do it differently. They wouldn't listen.
Do you think that therapist is more getting that out of you because of their talent or because they're a paid professional therapist? And people would let you talk to them and mediate because you're a professional. I'll use myself. I'll use my family. If somebody said me and my brother needed a therapist so we can hash out whatever, or we can be close, whatever it is, I don't think that therapist is the issue. I think it's just two adults saying we need to get together and talk. So when you say, like, I get what you're saying, but do you really think the therapist is the issue, or is it just one side maybe not wanting to meet up and talk about the things? Like, if people don't want to talk, people don't want to talk. The therapist ain't supposed to. The therapist shouldn't get credit for making you talk. That's what I'm trying to say. I guess I'm trying to say the therapist should not get credit for people actually talking when you're around, when they refuse to talk when you wasn't around.
Right. And some people use that as an excuse to like, oh, now you want to talk, but when I was trying to talk to you in person, you ain't had nothing to say to me. Look, then I say I got a therapist. Now
think about the gym. Think about the gym membership. Yeah. Think about the gym membership. Think about a personal trainer. If I say, Mo, go lose 100 pounds in a week, or go lose 100 pounds in the next 3 months, but you don't got no gym membership or nothing. I bet money that I have a better chance of betting on the person who's gonna pay $300 a month to go lose weight because they ass gonna show up every day. They invested in it. They paying that $300. All of a sudden, motherfuckers all of a sudden want to wake up early in the morning to go do something when they got money on the line. Yeah. I think it's the same. I think it has a little bit of that when you say, okay, y'all, we have these issues. Let's bring in a therapist. They only going to open up about these issues all of a sudden because there's a therapist right there. Because there's somebody probably getting paid about this. When deep in reality, if you got two people who need to talk it out and they want to talk it out, get together and start talking. It's going to hash each other out. The therapist ain't about to break no fights up. We know that. So if it's even like combative or anything like that, so really it's just two parties getting together and talking. Like that's it. Like I don't know, but it's a big thing, so I don't want to poo-poo it because it's a big, like, you got NBA players coming out about it, NFL players. You had NBA Kevin Love came out about it, Paul George, NFL players, all these, I'm talking millionaires. Mm-hmm. People like who we think like, why you got issues? You got $100 million in the bank because it's a real thing. It's a real thing.
And truth is, money. I mean, money don't bring you happiness either. You know what I mean?
Money don't tuck you in at night.
Money don't tuck you in at all because you can have all the money, but just like the people you name, you can have it and still have a problem with your mama or your brother, or you don't talk to your cousins or whoever it is. But I think the therapist is probably, like you said, just a paid way to get everybody out of that loop. But like I said, for me, I already know it would take at least 10 sessions. I'm saying 10. If I actually take my family to therapy and it take less than 10, then I'm on the record saying that it took less than 10. But I think for my immediate family, it would take 10 because
it'd probably take one session, 1 hour.
Man.
Well, man, so look, this is what happened. You burnt the sausage on Thanksgiving that day. I'm just going to tell you this.
You burnt the sausage. That's what it was. Pecan pie was not
right good. It wasn't popping the way you said. All right. Auntie brought it up. She said it was nasty. You got mad because you thought everybody else wanted to eat. Yeah.
So that's why we mad. But you know what? In my family too, like older than me though, the generation's like a little bit older than me. I guarantee that's the issue because they don't talk. But the issue is something like that. You know, you already know how
older people are hypocrites, man. It's a lot of hypocrites in the world. Shit, I may be one. It's a lot of hypocrites in the world. It's a lot of people who preach about stuff who don't do it.
But boy,
going to the doctor. How many hypocrites you got in your family who talk shit about people who don't go to the hospital? And they ask,
Ain't been to the doctor in
Ain't been to the doctor in a decade.
years.
But you get mad at your kid.
Yeah.
You be caught for 3 days. You ain't gonna go to the doctor.
Like, I learned from you. What you mean? I learned from you. Yeah.
You know why? Because people don't want to know what's wrong with them. Hell, I don't want to sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, some people don't want to know because we all know what's gonna happen at the end of the day. We all know cancer, you don't see it, it just pops up. It's gonna happen. I already got it in my mind. Somebody in my immediate family, if it had like mom, me, whoever, it's gonna happen. Because it's a numbers thing.
Yeah.
We all know people who got it. It's a numbers thing. So
does it run like have you had a lot of people in your family that got cancer before?
My brother had it for a little bit, but it went away. Ashley mom had it. My grandma had it. My grandma had cancer. Yeah, I mean it's like somebody dying of a heart attack. It's like somebody having a stroke. And you're like those things happen in you live long enough, all that stuff goes around in your family. Like it all happens, man. So
yeah.
For you to think it ain't gonna happen to you is crazy. Something gonna happen to you, you gotta be willing to deal with it. You gotta be ready to deal with it, man. It's like stuff happens. Stuff that can be out of your control too. You be trying to go Chick-fil-A. Yeah, you can be trying to hit Chick-fil-A, get a spicy chicken sandwich, motherfucker. Come hit you.
Hit by God.
Next thing you know, next thing you know, your life changed.
That is true. Nah, you right.
You gotta be able to deal with it. Right. Yeah.
I don't know, bro. This been a good talk, man. We need to set a day in a week.
Gotta make sure we put this on the YouTube too.
Nah, I got it. It's saved to my phone. We should do a Men Are Men Mondays? Men Are Men Mondays? Because the M's every day.
Yeah, that would be live.
Or every day?
We can see.
2021, is that the 2021? Every day, I'm not gonna lie, that'd be tough. Every day would be tough.
Every day we flooding the TL.
Every day would be tough.
Every day. But shit, yeah, we're gonna let's wrap this up. We're gonna post this. This ain't no episode now. We're gonna post this on the YouTube and talk about it. We talked about a couple things, but the main thing was talking about this Georgia race, man. So
yeah.
And this was the young people. This was our age group and below. You know, this is 30 and below who did all that. This is 30 and below who made this happen, is what I'm saying. You know, so, you know, because we all know why a lot of stuff wasn't going our way. It was people like 18, 19, it was us who won vote. 18 years old, you don't think voting matters. Fuck, I'm voting for. What I'm voting for. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, they ain't making a big enough deal in school for me to care about voting.
Yeah, that's true. That's
one class. Had one test trial.
Yeah. The tax test.
Trial. I paid the judge. I played the judge, and somebody played the attorney and all this stuff. Yeah. You did that for one day. You moved on, had a test about it, then you moved on. Yeah. That was it.
That's another conversation in itself. The education system has to change, bro. We got to start teaching stuff that people really are gonna use in their life. Like, I'm not using algebra. I'm not using like all the stuff we had to remember, the periodic table, all that. I'm not. It's on my phone.
You got to.
Though. That's the crazy part.
You got to.
It's on my phone. Why would I need to remember it? And it's on my phone. I can look it up right now in seconds. I can pull it up
right now. Pull up answer.
Come on, bro.
People cheat so much online, man. Crazy.
What I need to
Let's go ahead and wrap this up, man. I gotta go to the restroom.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's about to end this.
It's been another live. Yeah, go ahead, bro.